Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Tuesday, April 6th. First off, I needed to start with this article because this is very, very important. If you guys want to keep and hold on to your money, you guys need to be aware of these scams that are going on. Right now, 500 million people just had their Facebook data leaked, and this information includes phone numbers, Facebook ID, full name, location, past locations, birth date, email addresses, relationship status, and bio. And the reason that I say this is very important is because the hackers can go ahead and use the number that's tied to your account to do what's called a SIM card swap. And from my understanding, how this works is that somebody at, for instance, one of these guys at T-Mobile, essentially, if you download the Coinbase app or something like that, they will go ahead and notify one of their insiders that you have Coinbase. And now that they know that you have a Coinbase account linked to a phone number, what they will do is they will go ahead and do a SIM card swap behind the scenes at T-Mobile or one of these other telecom providers, give them the information, and what happens is they can port your SIM card over to a brand new SIM card. And if you have two-step authentication that basically uses SMS to verify, they can now go ahead and hack into your Coinbase account and remove all your funds, because the text message that goes through to you, or that's supposed to go through to you, is now going to the hacker's phone, and they can steal your funds. This has happened time and time again. Hundreds of thousands of dollars have been lost from one individual alone, let alone probably the millions of dollars that have been stolen via this method. So it is very important. A good way to stop this is, number one, use two-factor authentication with Google. Use Google Authenticator. That way it's a code that resets every, I think it's like 20 or 30 seconds. Other option is to go ahead and use a Google Voice number, which would also be a better step than using your actual personal phone number. That way, if they do get a SIM card swap going, they can't actually remove any funds because that number is tied to a Google Voice number instead, which is very hard for them to go ahead and find. So those are just some precautions that I want you guys, the listeners, the retail traders, to take, because there's nothing worse than losing money, especially if it's a lot of money or money that could become a lot of money. So with that being said, we'll go on to the next article here. Next up, we got XRP rises above $1 for the first time since March of 2018, despite the SEC shadow. And we've said time and time again that we were going to be investing in XRP at those low prices. And now we're up, I don't know, 5-6x. I think it hit $1.11 recently, and now it is trading back down right around $1. So massive news. It says the XRP token's price continues to draw support from a community of loyal and devoted cryptocurrency traders. It says a rally divorced from reality. A reader might not be blamed for thinking that after looking at the payment-focused cryptocurrency XRP's rally to a 3-year high above $1 in the face of lingering regulatory concern. And my contrarians, you guys know this stuff, but when you are trading, the contrarians will win because they are not following mainstream opinion. They are rejecting and opposing popular belief. And you have to think the mindset of the average retail trader when that Max Payne happened right around Christmas time and Jay Clayton dropped the bomb and the SEC decided to go after Ripple, Chris Larson, and Brad Garlinghouse. That's exactly what they want to wash and shake the tree and get the weak hands out of the market. And so while everybody is scared, while everybody's waiting to see what the verdict is going to be, these whales and the smart contrarians were accumulating and now reaping the rewards of buying when there is blood in the streets. That is the number one rule of trading. Buy low, sell high. And you were given a gift at 17 cents if you took advantage of it. But a lot of my friends, they thought I was crazy for being an XRP. A majority of them. They said it was going to go away. They sold their huge bags that they had. They got out of the market as soon as the SEC stuff came out. And that's exactly what the powers that be wanted. This game is played by some of the richest people in the world. And if you think like them, you can actually swim with them. Swim with the whales and not get eaten by them, like a majority of my friends did. People still saying, why would you invest in XRP? The lawsuit's going to take forever. Really? December 23rd, it's now what, April 6th? I've been waiting 3 years for this. I can wait another 4 months. And I'm glad I did, because now we're going to be marching to $10. Next up, despite the recent surge, XRP is still 70% off its 2018 high of $3.31. Still very, very undervalued in my opinion. Actually solving real world problems. International cross-border settlements. Bridge currency. $10 billion company behind them. IMF, World Bank. No one's doing it like Ripple is, and that's a fact. Continuing to sign people, sign customers, sign banks throughout this whole SEC lawsuit. Still rolling forward, and people are unsure, like a little SEC news is going to deter them. Freestyle these videos, I didn't even read this. Alright, next up. Latest altcoin season fueled by XRP. Tron, Stellar pushes crypto market value to $2 trillion for the first time. If you guys signed up for our newsletter, you guys already knew we had huge positions in XRP. We were waiting on Tron. We got that Tron pump all the way from 3 cents up to 15 cents, 500%. Stellar Lumens does tend to run in tandem with XRP, and we did see that, although XRP was the top gainer out of the two. And I still think a lot of these coins are still very undervalued. Price rallies for cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin has helped push the digital asset industry's total market cap to about $2 trillion, doubling in just a few months. These alt currencies known as altcoins include Ether, BitTorrent, XRP, Tron, and Stellar. They have all logged double-digit percentage growth in the past 24 hours, according to data from Masari. You guys remember last week or two, all that big Tesla news, and then Pomp coming out saying, oh, well, it's important that, Tesla, they're not going to be converting their Bitcoins into dollars. They're holding on to them. You guys should hold on to them too. That was the narrative. And altcoins exploded. You guys are being played by Pomp. He's in the club. You and I are not in the club. That's why you need to find suppressed assets. Whatever Pomp's talking about, which was he 96% in Bitcoin? He manages other people's money, yet he's not diversified. It makes 0 sense. I'm sure this dude probably holds a huge bag of XRP, huge bag of Stellar Lumens. You think his boys on the inside aren't telling him what to buy if he doesn't already know? I'm sure he already knows, but he's got to tout that Bitcoin line just like Peter Schiff touts that gold line. Let's call it for what it is. Manipulation by the billionaires. This guy's Pomp's investing hundreds of millions of dollars in projects and investment funds. You think he's not tied in with everybody? Of course he is. He's one of the biggest names in the space. But now, like I've been saying, Ethereum starting to make its way to the forefront. Scaramucci. Bitcoin is the apex predator, but Ethereum will be the actual store of value. Didn't I say this? Now, all these billionaires are going to start wanting to cash out their Ethereum, and they're going to have to float the price up a little bit higher. And this is where it starts. Just like the Bitcoin price started surging, what was it, like around 15 grand, it started making it into mainstream attention that it was about to test its previous all-time high. But yet it had already been up 500% before the media actually started talking about it. And now Ethereum was trading back at what? I think it was like $100, $80, I believe was the low, if I recall correctly. Now it's up where? 20x from there. Now they're going to start floating that line out and pump the price up. I do think Ethereum does have real value. As stated many times before, 80% of the crypto projects are built on Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes somewhere and it goes down, the rest of the projects will go with it because Ethereum is the foundation. Ethereum has way more value than Bitcoin does. All Bitcoin has is first mover advantage, right? First mover advantage, but Bitcoin is the AOL of crypto. It is old technology. Old technology. The gains are not there anymore. You need to be in Altcoin, Dent, other coins that we talk about in our newsletter that have not yet popped off. Tron, all these projects will give you massive, massive gains if you've been smart in accumulating, while Pomp and Elon Musk and Snoop Dogg are all saying how great Bitcoin is. My contrarians are looking the other way. They're finding where the projects that no one is talking about. That's where you will make your money. Because by the time Pomp or Snoop Dogg or Elon tweets about it, too late. Too late. You already missed the mark. I haven't seen any news attention, mainstream news attention brought up about Dent or Telcoin. But we will. We will see that. very, very soon, I have a feeling. But my contrarians, they've been in long before. Now they're getting those compounding gains. And that's how you build real wealth. Do not listen to the billionaires. They do not have your best interest in mind. Next up, what do we got? Fidelity, Square, and Coinbase launch cryptocurrency trade group. How interesting. All the big boys coming together. These guys are all tied in together. Coinbase accumulating massively before they release projects on their platform. Jack Dorsey from Square tweeting about cryptocurrency when its positions have already been set. Just another reason to find those suppressed assets. These billionaires, when they're cashing out, they have to sell to the retail traders. That's the only way. They're not selling to their billionaire friends because they're all in the club. They need crypto to go mainstream, especially the big projects they've already invested in, so they can sell to you. Do not be fooled. This is how it works. It's common sense if you use your brain. Next up, Bitcoin mining operations in China threaten climate goals. We talked about this time and time again. They are starting to talk about how bad Bitcoin is for the environment. The energy consumption and carbon emission from Bitcoin mining will undercut China's climate efforts without more stringent regulations and policy changes, according to a study published in Nature Communications this week. Do you not think that the people that are in charge of the world, the banks, Federal Reserves, the central banks, the IMF, all of these people, if they started to push an agenda, you think that they wouldn't be cashing out slowly or fast, even for that fact? That they wouldn't be saying how great something is so they can exit their positions before it actually fails? Not saying this is going to happen, but you got to keep this stuff in mind. By the time the public hears about it, it's way, way too late. You're not going to know about it. You need to find the technologies that have low carbon footprint, because those will most likely stick around. Technologies that are fast, that don't use a ton of energy, that are cheap. XRP, XLM, you guys know this stuff already. All these other SHIT coins that I'm invested in are going to be used to make larger investments in these coins that have staying power. Use those as a vehicle to invest in the really good projects. Yeah, you can go ahead and get 50 to 100x gains on some of these coins, and that's what we're doing. But I'm not planning on sitting in these coins for a very long time. I do not think a lot of these projects will withstand the test of time, especially if regulation comes down the line. Got to be invested in what's already got the green light. And it looks to me like XRP is on the cusp of getting that green light. So, last article. What do I got here? Sacramento Kings, another sports team, is now going to offer Bitcoin as salary to players. Cool. Super volatile asset. You're going to want to get paid in and watch it drop 20-30% the next week. And you just lost part of that money. Terrible idea, in my opinion. But this is another way to get crypto to the mainstream, especially if these billionaires want to unload on you, which they will. So, have the contrarian mindset, find the suppressed assets, sign up for our newsletter. Let's build this community up. And with that being said, drop a comment, like, subscribe. You know the drill. And we will catch you all in the next video.